We got 6. We got to wait for 4. We got 10 right there every time.
Three of them is us.
3 of them. How's it? How's 3 of them us?
We got 10 right there every time.
14. There you go. Greetings, greetings. Peace and blessings. We are the Mohammeds, the residential tourists, 85 to Africa. We are living in the after. And before we proceed, please holler if you hear us. Make sure that we are audible. Sometimes these things have a mind of its own, and we want to make sure that we are doing the right thing here. So let me know, sweetie, what they say.
Let's see. As Mama Sandra, can you hear us?
Can we be heard? Can we be? I'm sure we can be seen, but can we be heard? No one said we couldn't, so I'm taking it as a yes. Yes, yes.
Can y'all hear us?
All right, here we go.
Okay, she said yes.
Good stuff.
All right, we already got some. We got some new people on.
Some new folk. Okay, well, welcome. Thank you so very much. Greetings once again. We are the residential tourists. We are from 85 South. That's Atlanta, if you're not familiar. 85 South to Africa, living in the after. And as always, we are so grateful and thankful for your tuning in.
They say yes with a question mark.
Yes, yes. So we want to always acknowledge our subscribers. We are grateful for you. It never gets tiring. Our gratitude for your subscription.
And it's exciting for me.
And your viewership. It never gets tiring. So, we continue to thank you and express our gratitude. If you have any new subscribers, thank you so very much for joining the RT family. We are, again, just as grateful. And our members, thank you, members. We got some stuff we're working on. I know we delayed, but
we don't know what we're doing.
We do. We know what we're doing. We just got to prioritize. But don't worry, don't fret. We got you. We got you. We got you.
So we got some man of leisure. He said he went from Atlanta to Nigeria.
Okay.
85 South to Africa West.
To Africa West.
Bernard Bundy. He said he could hear you.
Good.
David B. He said receiving you loud and clear. Yes.
Yes.
We know Sandra got voices on. Marcel Jaff said, yes, we can hear you. Rose Stapleton, she can hear us. Kenneth Frederick said hello.
Greetings.
W said, good morning, all. And Bruce Stay, he's like, hello, hello. Wonderful. Thank you guys for coming on. Okay. We let's do our recap, but he forgot one of the recaps.
Well, we didn't recap yet. We got to do.
Oh, on his notes, he forgot one of the recaps.
No, listen, we gliding into this thing here. All right.
I always gotta share my funny story first.
Please do. We want you to share your funny story. Hopefully, it'll make us laugh.
It's not.
It's not. It's just funny to her. Listen, she swears she's like Wanda Sykes or somebody. She thinks she's funny.
My mama said I was funny. Anyway. She had me believing my whole life that I was borderline comedian.
Oh my God.
But this dude refuses to laugh at my jokes.
Listen, I laugh when it tickles my funny bone.
Please, y'all just tell him who's the funny one in this.
I'm not claiming to be funny. I don't claim to be, a funny guy.
Okay.
Anyway, so listen.
So this is my recap.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Before we get in, we just want to, let's do a quick announcement. All right. Is that okay?
What announcement?
The announcement.
Why we can't do that?
Listen, I just want to get it out the way. Real quickly, the webinar that was supposed to have been on Saturday, of course, we were ahead of it. And we postponed it. It's been postponed. Just to be straight up, it was just insufficient in numbers of individuals, and the information that we want to provide is quite valuable, and we don't want to just throw it out.
We figured it's holiday time for some people, and they're like, I gotta make sure Santa's straight. So
their monies is already spoken for many folk. So we'll postpone it, and of course we'll revisit it after the holidays, and then we'll let you all know. when in fact that date will be, with hopes that you'll be ready to rock and roll. That's it.
All right. And Sandra got voice say you need to start laughing at my jokes.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
He'll go like this. Try real hard not. That was funny. You try real hard not to laugh. This week, y'all. You know, I gave you the report when I went to the doctors. Phenomenal, very, very good experience. So this week I said, okay, it's time. I need to get my wisdom tooth pulled in the back of my mouth. It's time to go. And it's been broken since we were in Rwanda. So I knew I had an infection going on. Y'all probably couldn't tell, but my jaw was swollen for most of these lives. My jaw was swollen. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to the doctors. We go in, the dentist, and the dentist, they do an x-ray. Now the x-ray was something different because normally you got to stand up and they do this. In Rwanda, they had this little thing that come around, which was very unique. I'd never had that experience. But here, they had an x-ray machine that they actually brought to your face, took a picture, and she was able to see it. That was neat. I said, okay, we got some high-tech technology going on. It was an Indian lady. She was very a matter of fact. She wasn't like really trying to comfort you or anything of those natures. She seen I had some other tooth pulls, so I guess she figured I was a vet to this. She gave me some antibiotics and said, come back in 2 hours. Go eat, come back in 2 hours.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah, I never heard of that. And usually if you have an abscess, they tell you you get antibiotics and then you go home. In 3 days, you come back. She was like, she never said I had an abscess. She didn't say anything. I kind of knew it because I know with the swollen face that it was probably an infection. She never said it. So she gives me the antibiotics. I go across the street and eat, have breakfast, come back. Oh my God. And so they proceed. When I tell you, when you watch like the old Godfather movies or the gangster movies and their punishment for people, they always take some pliers and pull that tooth out of that person's mouth. That's what I felt like was going on. Now they numbed me up and everything, but because it was all the way down in my jaw and I have an infection, I'm in there fighting people. The assistant, she's holding on to me. I'm holding on to her. My feet is kicking. They had to drill a hole in my tooth to try to pull it out. And I guess the numbing cream went here, but this tooth came from down there. I'm in there yelling. I've never yelled, even as a child, and I had the worst dental experiences as a child. I've never yelled in a dentist seat in my life. I'm in there. They pulled that tooth. Oh my God. I had a tear. My hands were shaking. I felt real old. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
I didn't think it was so. Across the street or across the lot, the cafe, I figured, okay, let me just go relax at the cafe while she's doing this, because I'm thinking this dentist experience is going to be much like, you know, the clinic or hospital experience, which is very smooth.
Yeah.
Always very smooth. Always just crazy as it may sound, an enjoyable experience. So I didn't think nothing of it. I said, okay, she's in good hands. She's okay. Not the case.
In Rwanda, the dentist, he took the tooth out. I didn't even really feel him. I didn't even know he was doing anything. But this lady here, afterward, she said, sorry, it was because of an infection. And I'm like, I had an infection? Who pulls your tooth out when you have an infection? Oh my God. So that was the worst. I'm not going to say the name of the place because I don't know if it was bad service or if it just was because I had the abscess. But who pulls a tooth when you have an abscess? Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if they're going to get a second chance with me. I'm not sure. But I ain't going to say the name because the doctor part has saved a couple expats' lives that I've sent there so far, including my own. So I'm not going to say nothing. But y'all, that was something for me.
So couldn't give 2 thumbs up. No, can't give it 2 thumbs up. No.
Okay.
How about 1?
Well, it only costs $65 for X-rays, to pull your tooth, consultation. That's a plus because That's a copay in the States. So $65 to get tortured. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
All right, so we get one.
Yeah, because of the price.
All right, one thumb.
So we got
excuse me.
Paint and Heller. What kind of name is that? That sounds like a Mazungo.
Paint and
Heller. What part of Kenya are y'all from? We're not. We just said 85 to Africa.
Well, where we're in, we're in you know, the coastal. We'll put it like that. Coastal Kenya.
Marcel said that sounds like Nurse Ratched. No, that was Dr. Doom right there. John Dooley, hello from Brother John and Rhonda.
Brother John, looking forward to seeing you, my friend.
And Rose said, wow, Sandra, impact wisdom at 2 of them. I was so drugged. My next Paint and Heller. One time someone pulled my teeth, turned into corn for me. Good eating for, yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is a spam. Let me go ahead and take care of you real quick.
I see my brother. Well, first let me say this, Sister Sandra. Every time she comes on, we always are great to see our sister. But I'm always thinking about what she's going to tell us anyway, which is hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button. Because she's going to remind us later on down the line. If it ain't to her satisfaction, she's going to tell you.
She's going to tell you. You didn't even have to say that. She got this.
I'm just,
she's on her post.
I know she's on her post,
Brother Brother John said, welcome to the bald head crew.
Yeah, I done graduated, brother.
He done made a good smacking post right here. So
thank you, brother.
That was my recap for this week. But what did you have to, we have a couple things that it was very important. I know you guys are waiting to hear about it. Okay.
Listen. Well, disclaimer, since we're going to go into this portion of it, disclaimer. So over the past few days, and those of our Kenyan family, they can bear us witness that there's been some outages, like back to back. Today it was like
Mombasa just woke up choosing violence today. It
was like 5, so, and then in where we're living, it has a generator. But unfortunately, the generator is out, and they say they won't be able to come really fix it until Monday, tomorrow. So just letting you know, if anything, it's like last week. If anything, I don't know what that was last week.
This time we got a little backup. So hopefully, if the backup,
I don't know, because if the electricity goes out,
you can still hear us.
You'll hear us.
We'll just be like Darth Vader. Hello.
Probably won't see us.
You can hear us.
So anyway, that's that. So to say all of that to say, last week was the bomb diggity. Excuse me.
Yeah, we had a good time last week. And we're excited about what Kia is doing, right?
We thank her. We're grateful for her. Thank you so very much for coming and lending your time and sharing with us yourself, your efforts, all of that there, so grateful. We
likened it to, even though we realized it wasn't 40 acres, but we likened it to the old saying, what they promised us, the 40 acres and a mule.
40 acres and a mule.
For her to gotten that much land for the purpose of bringing the diaspora, Black Americans, to be specific, is what she said. Oh, thank you. Someone said $10 they sent, sharing some love and hoping for consistent power.
All right, we take that. Thank you so much. PT, we appreciate it.
So we liken that to getting 40 acres and a mule, right? So it was like, for us, it was very spiritual, because to our knowledge, well, Ghana has done something similar, but they took it back. But to our knowledge, no one else has done that. No one else has says, here's some land, bring your people, make a community, we support you. Haven't heard that. So that was amazing. And one of our wonderful subscribers today reached out and brought us tickets.
Thank you so much.
Not just me and him, but the whole family. It was a blessing. The VIP tickets at that. So we are.
I know that part.
Yeah, the full package tickets.
Wow, thank you.
So that was a blessing, and I was so excited. I hit him up like, "We're coming." So we're just working on transportation now and lodging. But besides that, we do have tickets. So we're hoping that we are going to get there so that we can make sure that we cover this for you guys so y'all can see it. We want to get some pictures. We want to do some interviews. We want to be a part of this occasion. And I'm watching her on the videos or the interviews that she's been doing with different media coverage, BBC, Kenya News, international news. They're all covering it. This is big. It might seem like, oh, she's cool, she got this. No, this is big.
Big.
And she's not afraid to say this is for Black Americans, Black those in the diaspora. She's not afraid to say it.
I'm gonna tell you, see, that's what does it for me. I'm gonna be just straight up. That's what does it for me. The fact that the whole, not even just that particular, because it's that receiving that land was not something that, from my understanding, that she anticipated. It was based on her efforts, based on the passion that she has for the diasporas to come back. And she makes it very clear. And if you watch her videos and her interview, she makes it very clear that even though some of us as Black people in our, as descendants, our ancestors may not have come from East Africa, most cases West Africa. However, I like what she says. She says it's supersedes, I'm putting that word in it, supersedes just where you and we come from specifically. She's looking at it as a back to Eden, given that Kenya is historically and, from what I'm told, scientifically, where humankind started.
Yeah.
So we are the original people. So if humankind started there, then I don't care where your tribe is from, we humankind, we the beginning of humankind. So it's the same. So she makes it very clear that she wants for us to come because she wants us to have a sense of home, a sense of belonging. And that's my whole thing, to have that sense of belonging. And so Kenya is a great place because this is where it all started from, regardless of where your tribe is or where your ancestry on the continent is. This is where it all began. This is where it all started. And why not, start at the root?
So they're asking, can you just play that video again? They weren't on last week and they don't know who she is.
I was going to do that too.
Okay.
I'm going to do two of them. I'm going to do two. I'm going to do it like I did last week. All right. Here we go. Let's see.
Good thing you don't delete stuff. I would have deleted everything out of that little.
Yeah, I like to keep everything in perspective. Let's start with this one. All right, let's see.
I have a friend called Care. Care is a Black American. She's here all the way. She's born in America. All her lineage is in America. She's not a Kenyan at all. But she is leading a concept of Black Americans coming back home to Africa. And they are coming in big numbers to invest here. They're coming through our churches to invest in Kenya and to come back home where they were stolen. And they start living again in Africa. She's there. I know through your office or indigents of Kitonga, she can secure for an appointment and give you the concept she has. We as the church, you already heard her, and we know it's something worth listening and worth investing in.
All right, so that was, that was the, the acknowledgement, as you were able to see, the president of Kenya, who was present as well there, and the pastor, beautiful pastor, wanted to be, from what we're told, wanted to be certain that she was acknowledged in her efforts, and that was a great platform to do so. Now, here is actually what happened.
I'm very happy this morning that you have come to our home, and as I have been telling you all the time, I am very, very much prepared to receive the diaspora when they come back home to Africa.
Grandfather, itu Kahengeri, the freedom fighter. So she has now the paperwork, and it's done.
Y'all see this? It's real. We have the agreement here for 40 acres of land, just for you. Give them a view of that mountain. Look at that. Kilimanjaro. So you guys have access to this right now. This is going to be the first estate in all of East Africa where Kenyans and African Americans will be living side by side. I'm talking about plush luxury homes, affinity pool. What else we gonna have? We have a food court. I mean, exclusively right here in Kenya. So y'all see it. Y'all welcomed home from the freedom fighter of Kenya. You're welcome home.
I like how she dropped the mic on that. She walked off.
She's like, I don't know what else to say. That's what it is. So
That's what it is.
on the 30th, they're having their call to action, naming ceremony. They're going to go to the land. They're going to show the blueprint. It's going to be, it's exciting. And it's at the Holiday Inn at Two Rivers Mall. So if you're interested in going, sponsoring,
we had some. Last week we had a few of the subscribers avail themselves and said they would sponsor some one-on-ones. So that was a beautiful thing. So this is the call to action. This is her effort, her initial effort, as she had been working on for quite some time. I think she's done it last year, but
she's been doing this for, I guess, over a decade. But this is the biggest. It's picking up a lot of energy. And it's purposeful and is being recognized by the heads, all the heads of state. So according to the itinerary, she's expecting some big government officials to be there. I don't know. I'm hoping we're going to be there. I'm excited.
So a brother just asked, his brother Noble, thank you for your question. He asking, he had just got on, he was just inquiring who she is.
No, that's the reason why I had you play the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully that answers the question. I mean, she's common folk. She like you and me. But she has a heart, you know, for the diasporas to be able to have a place where we can call our own. You know, she has a heart and a passion that, you know, our African brothers and sisters and the diasporas can come and have an exchange, an actual clear, understandable exchange, so that we can, as was stated, we can live together side by side. So I'll put, before we leave out, I'll put her information up and all of that stuff there so you can get it all once again.
So now when you come, there's a special treat if you come in January. If you come in for this event here in December, you're going to still have to do the standard, go online and make sure you can get in. But now, as we've been waiting for, I have the itinerary for the call to action. I wanted to tell them about to show them the itinerary. Oh, okay. You're doing all that.
Moving a little too fast.
I thought we were done.
No, we got to give them, listen, we want to make sure y'all can get what you need, all right? We're gonna round this off with the call to action and move into the next, but this is important. This is really significant, you know, so we don't want to, you know, really miss much of anything. So let me just show, if I may, let me see if I can show it, if it can come up. I can't read it, it's too small, but anyway, so I thought I would be able to actually read it, but
yeah, that's why I just gave him a little summary of what it's going to be.
So this is the itinerary. What we'll do is we'll make it available in the community so you can really see it. I know it's probably too small for all of you guys to read, but we'll make it available in the community so that you all can see what the actual itinerary is going to be like for that particular day. And also with the information that if you have any additional questions or whatever that you may need to know, you'll be able to reach out when we need to. So, all right. Okay. All right.
So like I was saying,
As she was saying.
there's so now if you come in January, the president has kept his word in a way. I'm gonna say in a way, because when we first had the conversation, he was talking to us, the Black diaspora, right? Those in the diaspora, you guys are come home, y'all were sent away on ships and chains and, you know, the history. And we were like, all right, this is the first president that's actually acknowledging what happened, and so forth. Then we heard, okay, we're going to open it up for all Africans, make it a free, visa free for all Africans everywhere. And we're like, oh, that's nice, but that kind of, you know, we consider ourselves Africans, but do you? So we were kind of confused with that. So then the last thing we heard was everyone comes from the original man who comes from the origin of Kenya. And so we're going to open it up, humankind. We're going to open it up to everybody. I had to do a moment of silence. Everybody, not just Black folk from the diaspora, those that were sent on the slave ships with the shackles and everything he said the first time that looked so powerful and strong. And I was like, okay, everybody. So now, as of January the 1st, you can come to Kenya. Let's show them the video.
We'll show them the video.
Yeah.
Hear for yourself, and deduce from it what you need.
Our world, ladies and gentlemen, our world and the good in it belongs to those who are not shy to embrace globalization. Kenyans have shown time and again that we are not afraid of the world beyond our borders. We venture abroad fearlessly and warmly welcome our visitors from near and far. This is not by accident. The scientific history account of early humanity is told by various archaeological sites in our country. In short, we are the first home of all humanity, and we joyfully embrace our ancestral task of welcoming humanity home. That Kenya is the home of humanity is a scientific fact that fills us with pride and underscores our rich heritage. It is with great pleasure, as President of this extraordinary country, to make a historic announcement of the decision of the government of Kenya. Beginning January 2024, Kenya will be a visa-free country. It shall no longer be necessary for any person from any corner of the globe to carry the burden of applying for a visa to come to Kenya. To echo the call of the Turkana people to the world, Tobongu Lore, a simple message to humanity: welcome home. This is why the government of Kenya has abolished the requirement of visas for all visitors. To implement this new policy, we have developed a digital platform to ensure that all travelers to Kenya are identified in advance on an electronic platform. Consequently, all travelers will obtain electronic travel authorization as they come to Kenya.
There you have it. All visitors. You got to pay attention to the words. All visitors. So I couldn't find anywhere on any of the government site how long the the visa free is for. Like I said, when Rhonda said it, it was only for 30 days for visitors. So I'm not sure if Kenya is following suit with that. It might just be 30 days, or if it's going to be for the whole, normally the tourist visa is 90 days. So I'm not sure if this free visa is going to be good for 90 days or if it's 30 days. It hasn't said, I haven't found the accurate information yet, but we do know as of January, you guys could come hang out with the residential tourists and don't have to pay for a visa. You like my plug?
Yeah. Well, it's so,
my girl Natasha's on.
Greetings, Natasha. How are you, sister? I'm excited, I guess.
So the concern is the electronic part. But I don't think, for me, I feel like you have to know who's coming into your country. You have to have a way to find out. Now, reason why we always be kind of looking at you side-eye because of our last name, we always get flagged. Not necessarily over here, but anywhere else trying to leave the States, our last name gets us flagged. But here, everybody is our last name. So we haven't had that as an issue. But they have to know who's coming into their country. If someone is labeled as a high red alert, level 4, level 5 from their country, and they're coming to your country, well, you definitely want to know, well, why are they labeled? Why are they flagged? What's going on? Do we approve it? And so it still goes to approval process. It still takes about 4 hours, and they'll send it back to you as approved, or you can't come. But, usually it's because of whatever the reasoning is. There's no stipulation. You won't really know what that is. So, what do y'all think about? So, David B said electronic authorization will still cost $30. I didn't see that. Where'd you find that at, David B? Sonny likes my hair. Thank you.
$30. So we have to investigate. Electronic still cost $30. So I guess, and I don't know. I don't know. I have to look at it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that anywhere. Because it's going to still come to you electronically, to your email. I didn't see that there was going to be any fee, unless you're saying that's what it is in Rhonda. I haven't seen any electronic authorization cost yet.
So, it remains to be seen. I'm going to tell you, for me.
It probably does have a fee to it, but I don't know.
For me, this is why my level of excitement is not on 10, right? Because I'll just be straight up. I want to feel special.
Yeah, I want to feel special. It knocked the whole special out of me. Like,
I want to feel
everybody.
Like,
what?
All right, black man, black woman from America, we got you. Come on through. I'm gonna open the door for you. Come on through. You good, right? Same. We family.
Nobody want to make us special.
So that was my hope. It might have been wishful thinking. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep, as my good brother Will says, I'll keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I just wanted it to be.
But it gives them opportunity though, because like some of you were saying, he is going to be very impossible for them to do a racial. They want to say discrimination.
The Europeans do it,
but this makes it easier for them though. So if you could do visa free for 30 days, then okay. How about not charging a visa for those that come over here that are Black Americans that are trying to get residency home, as you said. Now you have that opportunity. Everybody across the board is visa free, but Black Americans should be able to apply for residency without paying $1 trillion or whatever the amount it is, and without even having to go through all these different levels to get the residency. You could do that. And then we could be like, okay, let me get my people. Because they want to come, we want to come, but we want to be wanted. We don't want to just feel like a regular old foreigner. I mean, I could be Chinese, I can be Mazongo, I could be whatever. No, it's not special. We just want to come home, and we want to know that our family want us here. That's all. Some people need that. Me, I'm just weird. I don't care anymore. I could go live in Spain and be all right. I don't care anymore. But for a lot of us that is getting beat down in the States and they need a place of refuge and they want to know that there's somewhere out there where they're wanted and they're going to be treated equally, that could be Kenya. If we just take that position. Gosh. Let's see. Satch Flight said, nice to hear from you guys. I'll be there in April. I will hit you up. We looking forward to it.
All right.
Sandra got voice, so it's not visa on arrival. They don't do visa on arrival. You always have to apply for your visa, e-visa online, typically 7 days before you fly out, because it does come with an expiration on it. Natasha, one day we will see y'all in Kenya, but y'all will see us in Cape Town, 90 days, free visa.
Cape Town.
We'll see which one comes first, because I'm
happens.
itching to get to South Africa.
So, you know, this is what makes what our beloved sister Kia is doing so important. So here's an important piece to that, right? Because the land that was given, it's 2 points to it. It was given by freedom fighter. And I know I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation to get to, who was the chairman of the Mau. He's a Mau freedom fighter, right? And very key to Kenya. Very key to Kenya. In addition to that, he made a direct acknowledgement and a specific acknowledgement to the African Americans. The purpose of his giving of the land is strictly and specifically for African Americans, for Black Americans. That's major. That is major, because that's what we're talking about. To be identified and recognized, and to be recognized and identified in a way to say, okay, you've been away, come home. I'm a pull out the fatted calf for you.
He like, I'm doing nothing with this. Come over here.
I'm gonna pull out the fatted calf so you can be okay, because we miss you, or we want to have a place where you can call your own, and that's important. So
but we have someone giving land for the diaspora, and it's not free for the diaspora. It's just land that's put away for the diaspora to build on. Okay, so that's great, because most of y'all that hit us up, y'all want to buy land. Y'all want to buy land. I don't even understand it, but y'all want to buy land. That's great. But then you have obstacles just to be able to buy land. That's the part that's frustrating for us. That's the part that we wish would go away and treat us as a resident. You know, locals don't have to pay for all that kind of nonsense. I don't feel like talking about it. All the nonsense that tourists comes in and have to pay. Not tourists, us foreigners have to come in and have to pay. But you say we're coming back home, but we're still paying foreigner rates, foreigner prices. That's not coming back home. That's like a triple distant cousin that you don't like on your daddy's side. You're gonna make them pay for it. And so that's the part that we're talking about. Those obstacles that is only there for foreigners. And so the regular foreigner that just, blue collar worker, saved up a couple bucks, he want to come and live in Kenya. Maybe he figured out how to do some e-commerce and make business at home. You can come and rent, but to buy and you don't have big pockets, it's a challenge, because you have so many obstacles you have to go through. So that's the part. If maybe that part could be tweaked, since everybody coming in visa free, if you can tweak that part, we would get more of our people here. We can really, really, really connect the dots, and people would look at Kenya like, yo, that's for real. That's the place that you should go to, because we can say it. I believe it. This place is amazing. This place is an answer to a prayer. For those that want to come to Africa, I don't think you will be disappointed in Kenya one bit. Anywhere you choose, because it's so big. Like Mombasa, you're getting really hot, and you've been real stank today, taking the power off all day, and it's hot.
Don't speak on it.
You just ain't been acting right. So I'm ready to go to Nairobi, where it's cold, so my northern blood will be happy. Like, that's how big Kenya is. You can pick a different area just to have a different kind of weather.
Hold on.
Okay, we got some stuff.
All right. Our good friend Aquarius got gold is always.
Well, you start at the bottom. There's stuff at the top.
I know, but
she said something. Okay.
Okay. Prayers got pressure for recognizing diaspora only.
I know
that's
it.
why they changed. But the trick is, diaspora will have easy residency while the rest will still have major restrictions. Okay.
That's what we're talking about. But
right.
We ain't seen that nowhere. Good. But if that can happen, because the residency part is the hard part, and that's what if they can make that happen, we will be the biggest cheerleaders and really put Kenya on the map for the Black diaspora, for real, because it has everything, and the people here, amazing. Satch Flight, my sister works with Debbie Allen Dance Academy. She has land in West Kenya. We will get you land.
Okay. I like that. That's beautiful.
Can you do it for free?
No, but that's the thing. We're not even trying to do
it. Because we
can pay up, you know what I'm saying? We just want the opportunity.
Yeah, because you can get the land. The land's not expensive. I mean, you can get land here for $4,000, $3,000 and up, depending on how big, where you want it, and so forth. I've even heard people get land way less than that. But that KRA pin you got to get, you got to pay for the visa, you got to have a particular visa. Right now, this month, you have to have a particular visa that will qualify you for the KRA pin, that then will qualify you to be able to buy land. Ooh, nobody feel like going through all that. So if you can find a way, Mr. President, Mr. Government, whoever, we will be the biggest cheerleaders for Kenya and the Black diaspora.
So my brother Marcel, shout out to Marcel Jeff. Listen, if you're in Rwanda and you need some eggs,
he the egg.
I'm telling you, he got you. He got a wonderful operation going. Definitely check out my brother Marcel. He probably can get more, but he's the man. He's the man. We were hoping to have been able to do business with our brother through Ikawa Cafe. Unfortunately, we couldn't last as long as we would have liked to. Nonetheless, he's doing really good things. So if any viewers in Rwanda, check out brother Marcel Jeff, and I'll try to put something in the community. So as far as his information, and you can check that out. However, our brother says Africans can do all you are asking for and more. They just don't know the history like you African Americans do. And that's a very, very critical piece, that, you know, we don't know each other. We family, diasporas, and our African family, we're family, but we don't know each other. Even for those of us, I may have said it before, most of us who look to Africa, they're looking to Africa based on the knowledge of pre-colonial Africa, the kings and queens Africa, the great civilization Africa, the mighty empires Africa, the mighty dynasty Africas. That's the Africa that we learn about. And that's the image that we have imprinted in our minds. And that's what we're hoping to connect with. And on the flip side, unfortunately, not very much that our the continent wide, even in West Africa, from what we're told, they really don't know our history, our story, right? And that, I mean, I understand, because we know he who won't treat you right is not going to teach you right. So as we were enslaved, slave master wasn't going to teach us about the greatness of ourselves. And the colonizer definitely wasn't going to tell you, hey, you know what? You got folk across the water, you know what I'm saying, that were great like you. They're not going to teach that. They're not going to teach that they are the cause of this divisiveness and division.
Never.
So it's up to us, for sure. Again, the significance, the rooted significance of this whole effort by our beloved sister Kia, because with the call to action, the way she has it put in place is, it's going to be a straight up dialogue. We're going to communicate. She has it where diasporas and the Africans, Kenyans are going to talk and dialogue and be frank in dialogue and be upfront with what is. That's the only way we're going to get to know who we are. That's the only way we're going to be able to build relationship, to be able to build anywhere else.
But you know what's funny? This is something we were trying to do in our previous home in Rwanda. We wanted to have that conversation, and we did an actual, I think Natasha was there, we did an actual, what you call it? When we set up, just to say a roundtable panel
discussion.
And the question was, is it important for us to dialogue and for them to know about our history as well as for us to know their history? And so my point was, it's very important that it's equal. We come to your country, and in particular Rwanda, when we come to Rwanda, you have to learn about their history. You have to learn about their culture. You have to study about the people in general. It's like mandatory. There's no way around it. You have to. But now that you're coming and you would expect that you would want to know, well, why did we come? Because they always say, what made you come here? And they don't know anything about us. And so, but there wasn't no importance, there wasn't no emphasis on, it's very important for you to know about us, to know our history, to know why do we act a certain way, why do we look at things a certain way, why do we talk a certain way. Our energy is a lot different than at that time than the Rwandan people.
Right.
And so we felt that it was important that you know our history too, because one reason why we chose the country was because we seen a similarity in their history. What happened to them is what is still happening to us. So we felt that, okay, we'll be able to relate and connect. And these people are going through an atonement process, and that's something that we wanted to learn from. So we figured we can connect and learn over there, but we would also share about our people and our history so others can follow, and there can be, it would close the gap. And then we can start to build and feel like this is a family. But there wasn't no importance. There wasn't no, when I say there wasn't any, we're talking about with other expats. Other expats were like, no. I don't want to talk about that. Everyone didn't leave America with that type of energy. Some people just wanted to. The expats shot it down.
It's kind of sad.
I was in shock. The expats said we should learn about their culture and respect it, and that's it. They don't have to learn about ours. And I'm like, well, how can you live comfortably? And they don't understand why we're triggered when we see certain things. When we see you putting your head down, drooping when you're talking to Mazongos, where you shucking and diving, and we're telling you, lift your head up, black man, and teaching you who you are and so forth, why that was important for us, because we can't live like that anymore. And they're like, no, they don't. I don't think we need to share that.
I mean, and it's important. You have to, in order to have a true relationship. You know, you have to, just in general, not even dealing with this, just in so brief example. So my wife and I, yes, we're married, as you know, clearly.
No, we're not.
And so prior to us getting married, we had a courtship. I know y'all like, what are y'all like in the 19? But based on, you know, our community, our citizenship of our nation, I'll leave it there, what is required for man and woman to, when they get married, it ain't no tasting the cookie, it ain't no before you get married, it ain't none of that stuff there. It's, you got to court. And the courting process to determine whether there's a compatibility, that's the first thing. Before you determine there's a compatibility, she got to take me to court, and I got to take her to. We both on trial. I got to get to know, you know, what she's about, to see if she's even worthy, or if I'm even worthy of us continuing on, to see if there's a possibility of us actually getting married. So you have to have that type of exchange.
You want to see if it's a good mesh. But if it's like, no, you want to come here and you're gonna learn about us, that's it.
And that's it. Like, hold on, wait a minute.
Nothing else is important. And so coming here to Kenya, it's a little different. Let's read some of these comments real quick. Romeo said, we need a dialogue and an ongoing dialogue. Information has been controlled by the oppressor. And see,
that's right.
Being here in Kenya is an eye-opener because the Mzungos are in multitudes here. And they're with, like we said, Kenya. I have yet to see, I've seen very few Kenyan men with the old white ladies. But the Mzungos, the Santa Clauses are here in droves, especially right now. We don't see so many Santa Clauses just today. But they're comfortable with it. It ain't even foreign. This has been going on for decades. But we're seeing the worst part of Africa at home. They show us just the worst part. Like, you still swinging in the trees with no clothes on. But they over here picking the best fruits, the best.
This is beautiful.
Beautiful. But imagine if we were able, and so it's designed that way. Because why are they over here and we weren't? And of course, now here we come talking about it in full conversations, dropping little seeds. And every time we get the opportunity to just come here, baby, let me talk to you while he in the bathroom. He's going to be a while with his old self. If I could just talk to her, but why you doing that? Don't you know what they do? Who they are? What they did? Oh, we didn't ever got that opportunity. So it's easy for them to manipulate and make everyone feel like we don't see color. Y'all do. And you make it very clear. That's why they're able to separate and divide us. That's why now they're talking about taking the visas away from all the African countries, because who put them there? Who made these borders? We didn't. Black folk didn't do that. They did. What's the reason behind it? And how come they don't know about it? And so for you not to know our history keeps you in the dark and makes everything look so beautiful for them. Easy York, when you hit, okay, Arnold Johnson in the background, trust is everything, talking history helps. Janie, when here, Easy York, true, but most of us learned so we could pass the course, not to really understand it like that. Oh, okay, so y'all just seen it real quick and was like, dang, that's a shame.
What's that?
She said they did read about it in high school, but they just tried to pass the course real quick. So unless you wanted to study history in a university, they didn't really go into that deep.
So that's there's the part of how, because they taught us too.
Yeah.
But the way they taught, in fact, even after we've been out of school for so many years now, they have now tried. It didn't work, but they tried to rewrite the history.
Oh, they're still trying. In Florida, they done took slavery out and made it seem like we were on a cruise ship.
And make it seem as though it was voluntary.
Right.
It wasn't it wasn't a dehumanizing act, that took place. It was more, they tried to kumbaya it, and make it seem like it was just, like my wife said, like the cruise, and we just wanted to explore the rest of the world.
Let's go work for these people and let them rape us and destroy us.
So it's the manner in which it's being presented. So we have to tell the story.
You have to.
We have to tell it from the fact of what it truly is and what it truly was. And this individual made a comment: Africans are nationalists, not pro-black or dwell on ancient history. Africans in mass don't view other African countries the same. Yeah, I get that. And I think that might be where the problem might be.
Because now you see it all as different. Because
that makes it easier to divide and conquer. When I can make you think that we're not the same, that we're different. That's the whole strategy that has been used, as we know, without me saying, that has been used over and over again. They haven't even stopped. They're using this. They keep using the
They're
same
still doing it.
strategy, still doing it to this very day. If I can make you think that you're different from me, right? And I can champion your cause and elevate your cause above the cause of this one that you made me think I was different from, then I'm going to continue to divide. But then, you know what? The problem is created by the colonizer or the enemy, if you will. And then he also comes around the back door and say, I got a solution. So he causes the problem and he tries to provide a solution, and he wins.
Mm-hmm.
He wins.
That's how the genocide happened.
That's exactly how it happened. So if we can look at ourselves, this is just your brother, if we can look at ourselves as the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, that we are original people. Sure, we come from this tribe, that tribe, and so forth and so on, but we are original. We come all as separate tribes from the same source. We are one. So as a tribe, I may have a particular cultural expression, but yet it's interchangeable. It's exchangeable between another tribe because we come from the same divine source. And that might be the problem.
I got Bravo with Sheila Network. So true, my travels to South Africa taught me to learn and understand different behaviors and beliefs. Important to embrace it. Marcel, he apologized for those expats. They are ignorant. There's no shortage.
You with us, family?
Yeah, we lost a couple of them.
We might have been crowded a little bit on the.
No, we had to hit our backup. See, I told y'all we had backup today. They were gonna come for us.
So I'm glad some of you still there.
Okay, so yeah, Natasha was saying, where is she? Oh, Lord, she done wrote a book. The thing I wanted, Rhonda, is to not just focus on the genocide and relating and just pain, but what was there before? How are we similar in so many ways? I talked about here. Yeah, well, I just wanted us to connect. Like, can we learn about each other, not just about the Rwandan people? That was our main thing. Now, learning about how we can connect even before the genocide, because, you know, the genocide was 30 years ago, 29 years ago, but Rwanda existed before then. So definitely, let's, even what happened before that, but we never had the opportunity to break that barrier. Bakara Makitau, I done made you sound like you from Japan. But I just returned from Kenya last month, and on the second visit, I was able to visit the only Afrocentric school in Kenya. If you are in the crew of Kenya, you must visit this brother and sister school. Okay.
I'm
That's
trying to find it so I can put it up.
definitely a plan. Aisha, Sister Aisha.
Sister
Salam alaikum.
Aisha, salam alaikum.
Let's see, Natasha said, I realized people couldn't be expected to know my history if their own was not highly valued, but the condition of the mind was poverty, and now. Janie said, judge Black Americans. She said, yeah, it's true. Many African countries judge each other, so imagine how much more harder it would be not to judge Black Americans. Black folks all over need a spiritual overhaul and transformation. And you know,
that's right.
We shouldn't really walk in judgment of people anyway. Our thing is, if you know our story, you know our history, you know we're stolen people, you know that we come from this continent. And all we're asking really is the acknowledgement. Come home, you're my family, you're my cousin. You're my niece from my dad's side. I mean, something. Acknowledge, and not just saying I see you, but let down some of the borders that is keeping us from being able to connect and feel like we're part of the family. That's all that we're saying. Yeah, we were frozen, but they didn't know we had a backup this time. So we okay.
We don't know how long they want to attack the backup.
They can't attack the backup.
You don't know.
Marcel says slavery was equally a bigger genocide, which went on for a much longer time. Bro, it's still going on. Mental slavery is a beast. And a lot of times with these countries that are colonized or just coming out of colonization, but they still have heavy colonization mindset, that's a form of slavery. Your mind is shackled and locked down.
So Rob C, let me talk to you, brother. So yeah, it's their narrative, it's true, but they control the narrative. The part about it is that we got to take control of the narrative, because if we're not doing the knowledge, ourselves, we can't tell our own narrative or even be in control of it for that matter. So, we will always be living the lie. We have to take control of the narrative. And the way to take control of it is that we have to have the proper knowledge of self. If we don't have knowledge of self, then somebody's going to be able to tell us any and everything as they have been doing. Knowledge of self is the remedy. It's just that understanding is ancient as ancient Egypt. Know thyself. We have to know who we are so that we can tell it. But more than telling it,
we are and where we come from. That's the drill.
That's the drill.
Mm-hmm.
So we can live it right,
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of this, if I know who I am, you're not gonna be able to put an okie doke on me, and I know who I am. I know who I am.
Creative Mary Mack said, your topics are very valuable, but the new economy is key. When you'll see, I'll be back. And okay. So that's what's going on with the visa free. Of course, we were excited about it when we first heard months ago when he said it was for the diaspora. That was the hug. That was the welcome home that we needed. The Karibu to Kenya. That's what we wanted to hear. But now, everybody, come on. Now we need tourist dollars. So we're being visa free because we need tourist dollars. That doesn't bring comfort. That doesn't make us feel special like you want us. That makes us feel, again, you want tourist dollars. And, that's a little sad. It's not discouraging. It doesn't make me say I'm out of here. They don't want us. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying on that topic of being visa free, that was a little discouraging. You agree?
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, this is from what I've been learning in this experience that we're having it's been very eye-opening for me. Very eye-opening. It's answered a lot of questions. I don't want to say questions, but it's answered a lot for me. And it's connected a lot of dots. And I don't really, if we say, how would I be, or what would it be like if I lived in a particular time period, or just what would it be like? And so my mind goes back to 1555, right, when it all started, and I'm thinking, like how was it? What would have the experience really would have been like had I been there? What were all of the dynamics that were taking place? And realizing that what occurred, it wasn't like as we're taught in school, they make it seem like, oh, it just happened. No, this was deliberate and planning, and these were people involved. These were Europeans, but not just Europeans. These were high political individuals, chiefs, kings, whatever, ruling. They had an understanding of some kind.
This is a roundtable discussion, obviously.
So the interpretation, I'll go back to that. The interpretation was made from the European. Listen, we got this. I see y'all got gold. I see you have, some good stuff here, but over across the way, we got something a little better and a lot more. All right. This is the Europeans talking to the ruling powers of our people. And we got sold for the okie doke. Fast forward 21st century right now. It appears as though it's the same mentality. It's the same mindset on both parts that exists. That you have the West and the Europeans, they're saying, I have this gold, if you will. I have something greater than what you already have. And we buying it, man. Hook, line, and sinker. And we at the bottom are the ones who are being sold and drifted away.
Hold on. They're saying sound.
Y'all messing with me. Y'all messing with me.
Why you say sound? Can you not hear us, Mary?
So it's
Wait, I just said it. She said
she's
sound.
the only one that said the sound.
Can y'all hear us okay? Sound is okay. Okay.
Mindset, mentality. Africa is beautiful for many reasons. Africa is the home of all civilizations, not just because it happened that way. No, it's all in divine order. There's a reason why Africa is the cradle of civilization. It's a reason why all other parts of the earth are looking to Africa, understanding that it is the cradle of civilization. But we don't seem to understand and get it. We're always reaching outward. We're looking outward when we already have everything that we need here, right under our feet. But the true gold is the people. The people, if we as a people are underdeveloped, then we can't develop what's under our feet. So we have to develop ourselves. We have to become developed, which goes back to having the proper knowledge of who and what we are, man, as a people. We have to have that understanding.
Yeah, Marcel said it right there. He said, some Africans are still suffering from inferiority complex.
And African Americans, true, both. It's
designed.
It's by design.
They did this to us. So we're literally going back to the roots. Natasha said you're getting picture Muhammad on.
Don't put me there.
Yeah. So
it's too holy for me.
So yeah. So I know we it's not, my brother Tony Africa is on today.
Oh man.
I just watched your gruesome video from the other day. I was like, oh, you done messed my whole head up. Why you show all of that out there?
I'm glad you're doing better though, brother.
Yes. Really. We might see you if we can get over there. We're gonna come make sure we check on you
We're gonna have to
next week.
for sure.
Willie Bayer, I love that. We looking outwards, yet what we are looking for is within our reach.
It's within.
It is.
Thank you, brother, for that confirmation. That's
It is. You know this is the thing here, and it's amazing. It's weird. If you go to Rwanda, everyone, 95% of the people are entrepreneurs there, right? But their desire is for a job. You come to Kenya, it's probably a good mixture. We haven't really been too many places, but most Kenyans, if they're working or they're entrepreneurs, probably most entrepreneurs, most likely. So in the States, we're taught you need to work, get a job, work for me. That's still a part of colonization, because in our minds, in order to have a good life, is to work for the man, because obviously we're not good enough. We can't create, we can't make it happen. And it's funny because I was talking to the grandchild today, and she was like saying, Jada, all the women or all the people in our family, they know how to make it happen. They're she said hustlers. And I said, what do you mean? She said, if we can't figure out this job, we'll work another job, and we'll do this job. I'm like, yeah. And it was unique for me, because I remember my goal when I moved to Atlanta was, I want to work for one of those high-rise buildings. I want to work in a high-rise building. That was my thought, because in my mind, if I could get in a high-rise building, the money will come, the cred, I will have the credentials, I'll be somebody. If I can work for whoever can give me a position in this high-rise building. And that's what I set out to do. And I've done it. And I worked in a high-rise building, and I hated it. I felt like I was a prison number. Your number 6798. That was my number to go to work, because they didn't know my name, and I promise you I didn't know the supervisor's name. But I'm giving you 2 to 3 good years of my time and my energy on this plantation. But that's the mindset that we were raised with. But over here, they making businesses for themselves, and they hate it. They want to go work for some people. They want to go work over there in the West in the high-rise buildings. But they don't understand the freedom that you have if you can just be creative and not keep duplicating. The problem I see in Africa is everybody is doing the same exact thing. Everybody sells the same thing. Everybody has the same designs, the same foods, the same produce, everything, and is right next to each other. Everything is just, there's no creativity in the thought process. For Marcel, Jeff, you're the egg man. The thought should be, how can I make my eggs be better than her eggs next door to me? Because I'm sure there's somebody next door to your farm that's selling some eggs.
Raising the chickens, the whole nine. He got the whole operation from the rooter to the tooter.
Okay. But guess what they don't have? They don't have, in the States, they have these containers of just egg whites for people that can't, that are certain diets or that's trying to lose weight. Let's create something with just egg whites. Let's create some stuff that you don't see in Rwanda. Go on YouTube and find out different ingredients that you can use your eggs for and create that. Because everybody got eggs, but not everybody got the product of what you can do with those eggs. That's the difference. And no one thinks outside of the box. What I'm seeing is they keep us so close-minded that we think, I got chickens, I'm selling eggs. He got chickens, he's selling eggs. Well, what's going to make me buy? You're going to do 1 cent cheaper than that guy. Your eggs need to be a little something different. Something else needs to go on. And I don't see that part in Africa. The thought is, I need to get out of Africa and go to Europe, go to the States, because I don't have I don't have the creativity to make what I'm doing beneficial. And it's not true. It's not true. And the fact that everybody is an entrepreneur over here, man, if only we could be creative.
I'm sorry, I'm answering some.
Okay, we already seen that.
So Brother Marcel made a good point, to draw our attention to the Honorable Minister, and his directive and his, information about Africans and Africa. He did a World Friendship Tour in '98. He went around the world course, he came to Africa and visited many African countries, and he's spoke publicly, and he spoke with heads of states, key individuals and key people in Africa, and you pretty much, that's the understanding that I got was from him. It's like, listen, create a politically stable environment, man, in Africa. We, the children of Africa, will come and we will, man, whatever benefit we've gained from being in America by way of knowledge, skills, or expertise, and finances, we will help build Africa. This is what we're looking to do.
Just don't make it so hard for us to just get in here.
Exactly.
Easy York said the best thing in Kenyans are silent on the free visa. It's a go. Yeah, I think because the president said they were going to vote on it in December. It's December, so it's a go. Rob C said, I believe there is a common denominator of why these people who are the minority on the earth were able to take over many countries of the world. It is. I can't say it because we be getting flagged, but it starts with a D word. Okay, Marcel, great idea, egg processing. Dude, you will stand out. Everybody's selling eggs in Rwanda. Let's make yours different. Let's make yours stand out. Willie Bayer, that's where you guys come in. You see things from a different perspective. That's what Africa needs to grow. Yeah, and imagine, this is just 2 minds. Imagine getting a whole lot more of us over here. Well, mind is protect the angelic mind. The God speaks through me. But imagine more of our minds coming over with the same passion and the same desire to help build up our people over here, to help make it so that Africa is a major force, not just because of what they can take out of it, but because what's in it. Man, imagine. But I don't know if y'all want us.
It's going to happen.
Because we come with baggage.
Oh, yeah.
We come with a lot of
we got a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff, boy. But I tell you what, we will know how to make things happen. We will figure it out. We have to, because that's the only way. That's how we live every single day in the States, figuring it out every day. Every day. Because anyway, so what I want to do is show you guys something that I've been working on this week. And I want to show you this because 1, is getting late, and 2, I want y'all to see that when you do decide to take up your options and you want to come to the state, come to Kenya, you want to come to even Rwanda, you want to come to Africa, you can see that we brought on people that can make it easier for you with your visas, KRA pins. We brought people on that's showing you that now we got land over here that you guys can buy and be amongst your peers and help build and help flourish and build into the economy here in Africa. We've actually brought people on that's actually trying to create an app so that you can find housing anywhere on the continent without being scammed, without trying to figure out if these people are legit or not. He's trying to create these things. So we're trying to make it easier for you. So what we do here is our relocation services. And what I wanted to do is just show you a snippet of what I've been working on here with our very first client in Kenya.
That's my cue. All right.
All right, so we wanted to show you a little snippet of one of the projects that we're working on through the relocation services. So today we want to show you one of the apartments that we have found, one of our customers that came through you guys. And we found the location, we got them the apartment, but what you see right now is not how it's going to be once we finish. So we have a couple weeks to make sure everything is done. Today we're going to do a walkthrough so we can document all the repairs that need to be done, any changes that need to be done, anything that needs to be documented so that we can give to the owner to make sure everything is complete. And then we furnish We're going to furnish the apartment from top to bottom. So when you guys come, you're moving directly into your home. So this unit is already taken. One of our subscribers is relocating here to Mombasa, and they're our first client for here in Kenya. And we're excited to show you just a snippet of what they're going to be coming into.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're on today, but yep, he's on.
Brother.
I was about to say, I hope he's not on. I'm showing his unit, but
blessings, our brother and family.
yeah. So basically what we do is you know, why come and have to try to figure out everything? How am I going to get there? How am I going to get it? Because we've done that. We've done that. We went through it. We went through it even when we came here. Why come and have to figure out where I'm going to get stuff at? I got to deal with people hustling me and blah, 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 blah. We're used to it at this point. And I've been going through it all week with a lot of our, they call them fundies, but for our contractors here, just trying to put some work on their tail. Like, come on, I need y'all to get this work done. I got deliveries coming in. I need stuff to be happening. And they're like, oh, but slow down. They trying to slow me down. I'm trying to speed them up. But I would fight on the behalf of the people. All you got to do is let me do it for you.
She really does.
I mean, I be going, I'm like, listen, nope. I went there last week. They sent me a video of the living room set that I had picked out, and in the picture it looked like it was faded out, and I was like, oh no, that looks used. I don't want that. And they're like, it's not used. And I said, well, this video looks used, and we're going back and forth. So I finally put my shoes on, like, let me go over there and see this, and it was nice. You just didn't take the picture right, so.
She was making sure.
Right, I was like, I'm not about to do this. I'm not giving this to my customer that's coming here from the States. And I know we are used to a certain type of quality. So when you're coming from a different quality, coming to Africa, and now you're getting a different kind of quality, it can be a culture shock. So I'm trying to make sure it's as close as possible to what I would want, because I know I'm picky and he's slightly bougie. But as long as it's close as possible, or I'm not slightly bougie.
Oh, yep, you said me. You.
No, he's bougie with smells.
Yeah, I don't like bad smells.
You go to a restaurant and
it smells bad.
Or store. I'd be like, what do you mean? And you look back, he gone. It's stinking there. He is gone. So that's what we do at the relocation services. And I wanted to stress that because I get a lot of people sending requests, but they don't want to pay for the service. And I'm like, do you not understand that I'm from America? Which means I'm here now trying to make it happen. This is a business. This is how we survive and feed the family and take care of life. It's through the business. So it's real. We really are out here trying to make some things happen so that you guys can come with ease. You don't have to bump your head. You don't have to have those nights of crying and feeling being taken advantage of and going through madness that a lot of us have went through. We could share the stories. Coming to Africa is a different beast. It's a different beast. You know what you're dealing with in the States. You've been there. You've done it. You know what you're dealing with there. And the thing is, you go through some mess. You have ways to get repercussions done. You can call the popo. You could sue them. You could do that. You can't do that here. And you want to knock if you buck if you want. You don't do that here. It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different.
You better submit.
Yes. So the services is to make it easier for you. It's not free. It's not cheap, but you're going to get the quality, and you're going to get blood, sweat, and tears from us, and particularly me, because he just be laughing. Me making these things happen, but I love it. I have a passion for it. I didn't even know all these years at home watching home design and all these other little stories that I was going to be coming to Africa and doing it. But this is what I love. So why not give me the stress? And you just come right to your home. That's the key. I'm trying to make it so you're coming home, not to an empty house. So
we got some comments here. So, all right. So our beloved Jane, first, Marcel, brother, thank you so much for that reminder. Please, if you would,
what did he say?
Please hit the subscribe button, or at least the like button, or both. How about that? So our beloved, let's start here. Our beloved Sister Jane. Sister Jane, she makes a point.
She said, "How was my birthday? It ain't come yet. It's on the 4th.
We all scared. I'm about to say, wait a minute, did I miss her birthday? No, I'm just joking.
It comes on the 4th. So
January 4th.
Yeah. So hopefully, if we get to Nairobi next week, we will be there my birthday weekend. No, we're not gonna miss it. We're gonna go live. Yeah. I'm gonna act like the people on Facebook. Yo, my Cash App is. It's my birthday. I'm all old, but I don't care. Don't hit the Cash App. That thing's still gone. But
So Sister Jane, not many Americans live like that home you just showed in Mombasa.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, but if someone of your friends live like that, then yes, they deserve to continue that way, and better and peace. Well, so the thing is this though, it's true, but most of those that may not live that way is because of the level of affordability. So, you know, you want to people coming to Africa because it's a step of improvement for them. They want to.
I'm confused. She mean not many Americans live like that home you just showed in Mombasa.
Like most Americans don't live that nicely in America, in the home that you showed.
The ones I know do.
But that's what she's saying. She's like friends that says, yeah. But I'm saying that, you know, those that don't, it's not that they don't want to, you know, but if they could afford it, they would. So that particular, what we showed, if it were in America, we wouldn't be showing.
Right.
Because we know it wouldn't be affordable.
In America would be 4 times the price of what it is right there. Serious. Right. That's a 4-bedroom plus a bonus room. 5 bathrooms?
About 4.5.
4.5, 5 bathrooms on the doggone marina. We didn't even show it has a gym. That pool was crazy. It has a sauna, but that sauna needs to be worked on.
Don't forget, don't worry about the sauna.
And the other part is it has a private beach. Man, if you knew the price, y'all would leave tomorrow.
So, you know, though a valid point, this is the beauty of it. It's the beauty to be able to come to Africa and, you know, be able to afford
from Eric.
To be able to afford a nice way of living. So yeah.
And that's the key. So we were looking like we told y'all, we're looking for an apartment for us because we're so close to the beach that the beach be on us and we ain't even there. I get salt on my face. It's hot, it's humid. We didn't know all of this. So we're trying to move in more inland, right? So we're looking and we found a nice 2-bedroom. The price was a little iffy, but all the amenities were awesome. We're talking to the lady. She's a Kenyan, but she lives in the States. And the thing she says is, I have apartments in Philly, Baltimore, DC, blah, blah, blah. So you guys know that price for that apartment is worth it. But you're charging US prices in Kenya, in Mombasa, for a 2-bedroom. Where the prices you're charging, yeah, that's the US price, but that ain't the price that you charge over here. So needless to say, we didn't get the unit, but you're in the States, so you figure you buy property over here and then charge US prices. baby, that ain't gonna be empty for a minute. We can come back around next month and see what you're talking about. But no, when you come to Africa, you want to pay African prices. Well, that's one of the reasons why we coming. We tired of paying in the States. All you do is paying to live. You have no quality of life, no enjoyment. Every dime you make is to support your lifestyle. Here, when you're paying less, but you're still making, for those that are going to still be working, you have a better quality of life. You're not as stressed. You have moments where you can breathe. You don't have to cry at night trying to figure out how I'm gonna feed my babies because I'm paying $2,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment, and you're only bringing in $2,800. Ask me how I know about that life.
So, sister, thank you very much, Sister Bravo with
Sheila
Sheila
Network.
Network. Thank you very much, and
brother Eric.
You all subscribe to our beloved sister Bravo with Sheila Network. She has a YouTube channel as well,
focusing on Africa.
So go check her out and subscribe. The more information we can get, and the more perspectives of experience that we can get, the better for us all. So please support our sister, and thank you very much for your support, Sister Sheila. We appreciate you.
And Erica Roberts, thank you so much for your donation.
Yes, Sister Erica, thank you. I can't blast it on here.
Now she sent it to the PayPal, but I tell you what, that's gonna help us get our train tickets to go see Kia.
Thank you so very much, Sister Erica. Really appreciate that.
We had some other comments before that.
We might have to. We can, how we can be here all day, but we want to be respectful of time and your time.
Let's finish out their comment stuff. That is breathtaking, very nice. Good job. Wow. It's a lot easier to just move in. Yes. Natasha was our first customer. Really our only customer, the big customer we had in Rhonda. Yeah, we had some smaller ones, but she was the first one that trusted me to do her place in Rhonda. And then she came and made me look like a little peon, like, oh, girl, that was cute. She's the real interior decorator there. She has this thing with colors.
She laid it out.
She had the going all across the living room.
Yeah, it was nice.
Mask. I was like, this is scary. No, it's not.
It was nice.
She had that thing laid out. And then she was like, all right, I'm out. South Africa. And I'm like, what girl? You just made a museum in this place. What do you mean? She go, I can't wait to see what she do when she go to South Africa. That's gonna be amazing. Amazing.
Oh, okay, we got it. Okay. Let me see. Porchasha. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it.
It's probably Portia, just spelled fancy.
Portia. Is that it?
Portia.
That's clever. That's it.
Thank you. She got to be American because that's what we do.
That's how we do.
That's what the mamas do. She's like, my baby gonna be fancy.
We you know how we do. We know how to make it pop. Thank you so much for your contribution, your donation. We really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much.
See, Willie's Bears. Muhammad should learn some Swahili too.
Yeah. I told him
I know how to say how much.
Don't try.
Oh, I forgot. No, Nugapi.
I think she got it wrong, Willie.
And when you want to say where, like where you at? Gapi. Tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me. Real people, the internet. I love it. Much success to you. Jane said. Okay, I already read that.
Pesa and Gapi. She was right.
Yep.
And Gapi.
Rob said you're supposed to charge. Thank you. And I ain't charging much. But I'm doing a lot of work, I promise you. But people like how can I do this without paying? How can I get? Let me tell you, go for it. Because that crying that you're gonna do behind Africa will eat you up. Okay, January 4th, got it. I'm a January 16th, Capricorn power. Luther King, Marcel said that's a great day. I'm telling you. PT said, when our people do real work and provide real value, we got to be willing to pay for it. Having been here 2 years, you want someone like the RTs getting things to the standard you want. I'm telling you, and I got nothing but time. Jane said, I agree with you. Am I with you? All good things is a lifetime opportunity. I just meant most Americans live a regular life and it feels good to live well. And that's true. That's true. And it's weird. Every time I'm outside and I hear those birds, I feel like it's a blessing. No matter what I'm going through, and I've been really, really stressed. Y'all know my mom just passed away. I'm trying to figure out how to even exist anymore. Like, I lived for her. I did. So it's like, how do I even exist? What do I do? Do I even have a purpose? Kenya has been pouring into my soul. The noises, the scenes, I just love it. It's building my spirit back up. It is. It really is. Easy York, I have an apartment in the alley, Customs Avenue. Now that sounds nice. Is it for rent? We need one. They got air conditioning. With that, bravo. Okay. And thank you again, Portia. That's her name, Portia. The natives with the jump is not.
Pour means French, and French means for. So it means for Sasha. For Sasha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pesa Nagapi to ask how much. Right. Pesa Nagapi.
All right.
Jeanette,
David B said,
can I use Cash App?
3 likes. All
no,
right.
Cash App. What happened is they stole it. We still haven't gotten the Cash App back. And that one that y'all poured about $220 something in that Cash App that week. I guess we did a good job that Sunday. Cash App said, thank you. And we still don't have it. And they act like they don't know why I can't get it out. And they shut the account down. So PayPal, please. ZELLE, Apple Pay. We take all those good things. The Cash App distance. Natasha, you set the foundation, so I was not starting from scratch. I could be free to create without fighting people as soon as landing, because you will argue with the people making stuff for you. Now you be ready to fight. You be ready to fight some of these folks. Now I haven't, not over here yet. I haven't. We'll see when this man finishes this stuff if I gotta go over there and tell him where I'm from. You know, you always gotta be like, do you know who I am? Do you know I'm American? Americans fight. That's what I always saying. And Armanda, listen, Americans fight, y'all. Y'all gotta stop playing with the Americans. And that we actually had a name called the Crazy Americans.
Don't say we.
We. You got crazy. This dude was chasing the bus down to cuss out the bus driver. Yes, they made you crazy and run.
Don't say we.
We were crazy Americans.
This one here.
We got to share that story. That's something that'll be shared in the private members only group.
We got some stories for you. Woo! But so, listen, we're going on 2 hours here.
Okay.
Listen, and it's hard to cut it off because the energy is always great. So
man, you guys act when people be saying I love y'all, and I'll be like, y'all don't love us. I do. I love our audience, our people. Y'all are loyal. There's no names that we haven't recognized on here. So we do got to figure out how to get some more people.
Hey, listen,
our membership, our things don't grow, but we love who we will and live right here.
Sometimes it's about quality. Quantity, okay.
Look, if we get to Nairobi next week, we're gonna have a lot to film, a lot of footage, a lot of different things to go see and go do. So hopefully Mr. Editor over here gonna be working his little fingers off, and I'll be like, come on, let's go film this, let's go show that, because there's so much to do in Nairobi. Mombasa's just a chill town. I don't have much to show y'all here. Just know that we happy, or I am. We are okay. Yeah, I'm in love with Kenya. I love it. I love this chapter right now. So, but Nairobi, they got some stuff going on. One of our people we sent over there with the, we connect with Airbnb services, part of the relocation services. They were like, yo, Nairobi is sick. And I was like, what does that mean? I've been in Africa too long. I thought that was a bad thing. They were like, no, we're looking for a realtor right now. I was like, oh, okay. That's what she meant.
Got a ghetto pass revoked. You gotta take her ghetto pass. She been away too long.
I was just going with it like, it's sick.
Oh,
is that good or bad? But yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
So family, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to being a part of the call to action effort. God willing, inshallah, we'll be there, and we hopefully we'll see some of you there. Now listen.
yeah, I know a couple people said they're going.
Some
It's Tony Africa. If you're on here, you better be going on the 30th. We want to see you and your.
if your health condition is good, we look to see you there. If not, we're gonna come see you. We're gonna knock on your door. We'll come visit you. But I sometimes when we're out, I see people looking at us, and I'm thinking, does this person think? Do they know us? Maybe they identify us from the channel, because we get a lot of people that just like just
They were like, I know you, and
so
I'll be
just
like,
the other day,
why?
the camp that our girls go to, I went to go get my niece, and the brother, he was the coach there. He was like, I know you.
Mhm.
I watch you on. I was like, oh man, that's great. So my point is, listen, if we go to this call to action, if you see us, because y'all know what we look like. We don't know
Yeah, we don't know what
like.
you look like.
Just say, hey, this is such and such.
Let's
or
get some
whatever.
pictures,
Let's
photo
get some
op,
pictures. Let's,
selfies.
you know, all of that stuff there. Let's please. And if anywhere, if you see us, you know, just holler at us. We love to see you, talk to you, you know, at least greet you. We would love that.
Mm-hmm.
We would love
Easy
that.
York said we'll see him after January 4th. That's my birthday.
All right, Easy York. So, family, thank you so very much. Now's your time to hit the like button if you have not. Now's your time to hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Please do.
And if you want to help us to get to Nairobi, ZELLE, Apple Pay, PayPal, we take all three.
Yeah, if you're generous, if it's on your heart,
thank you.
We're humbly grateful.
Thank you, Kenneth Frederick. You
Yes.
sent a little blessing through PayPal.
Brother Kenneth, thank you so very much. We're
Man,
grateful.
we love y'all.
We appreciate it. And
we're going. Matter of fact, when we hang up, we're getting our train tickets.
Yeah.
I was going to say bus tickets.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear the music? The music saying that we got to close. We got to close out. The music.
So who's funnier, y'all? Who's funnier?
The Grammy music.
What is this?
When it's time to get off the stage.
Oh my
the
God.
music starts playing. Y'all hear that music?
Oh my God. Now I'm talking too much, huh?
See? Don't feel too good, do it. Anyway,
bye.
Listen, thank you so very much.
Next time y'all see us, hopefully we're at the train station.
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Have a great, wonderful rest of your day. Have a great week. You know, and just be kind to one another. And God willing, we'll see you on Wednesday on our Intimate Conversations. All right. Peace and blessings.